Hi everyone. Well, this is a very different request, and it is a request from a follower on YouTube. A bullet hole through a glass. So I've had to obviously look up some images, of which there are plenty online, but generally they are holes through glass, one pane, that's it. So who knows, obviously it would shatter the entire glass, but who knows what initially it would look like on the other side of the glass if it went all the way through. So I thought, because I'm an artist and you've got artistic license, you can do whatever you like. My bullet is going through the glass, and then it is going to be lying in the bottom of the glass. It's got into the glass, can't go any further, and it's fallen to the bottom of glass. Obviously, I'll be engraving it underneath. So I have tried to draw a bullet, not knowing what it's actually going to look like if it's hit the glass. Would it be squashed? I don't know. Anyway, so this is a bullet that apparently has been used, of which I found a picture, and so I've tried to draw it the size that I expect it would be to go through the glass, and then fall to the bottom. End of. That is the story. Now, of course, I could actually cut out that whole section. That's easy enough. I can engrave the whole thing with all the crackles and everything, and then cut out the middle. Actually engrave right through it. Done. You know, if an engraver's going to use this idea and engrave another glass, one that's going to be drunk out of, well then, whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do it. It's going to look dark in the middle. But it'll look just that little bit more realistic if there's no glass there. So, but you know me, I might change my mind at the last minute. I've got to sell this glass on anyway. But the fun thing is you can still have a drink out of it up to there, and as long as you slope out the other side. Anyway, so the bullet will be engraved deeply into the bottom, so that when you look through the bottom, it will actually be nicely curved and a 3D sort of look about it. I mean, it should be relatively simple. You've got a free hand to just go for it, because there are a million different things that can happen to the glass. There's so many different pictures that it really doesn't matter. You just got to sort of get the general feel of it. So let's have some fun. Okay, let's get cracking. Ha ha. First of all, the little bullet at the bottom. I'm just using a very small diamond burr and just going around the edges of it to put it in place, because obviously if I'm going to be using water in the other engraving, which is what I'm going to do first, this pen would ultimately wash off. So I just want to get the bullet in place. Now to the front. I have got a nicely sharpened rat's tail in the drill, and as you can see, fairly carefully engraving the straight lines. There's a lot of straight lines, straight and slightly angled, but you know, sort of nothing too soft and curvy. So the behavior of the glass when it shatters like this is really interesting. It's most strange movement and shapes, but a lot of angular and straight lines. Really fascinating. And once you sort of get the feel of it, you can make it up, and it's quite simple to do, really. Obviously, the possibilities are endless. So there's, I mean, depends on the glass, depends what's broken through it, you know. I think one could have quite a lot of fun with this sort of subject. Okay, I have got a very rough, large, flame-shaped diamond burr, which, as you can see, I'm holding on its side and just throwing in some brightness, breaking up the surface of the glass. It has a nice sort of texture that is pretty typical. As you can see, I'm holding it really lightly here and floating it over the surface of the glass. Sorry about the glare of the light, just where I'm engraving. But there was a lot of this sort of thing in the pictures that I'd seen, where it's sort of little wispy little dots of shatterings. And this burr really lent itself for that effect. So now I've got a practice glass and I'm using a little diamond wheel, very small diamond wheel. So I just wanted to see what it was going to look like. It's not the newest wheel. I think it's very old, this one. It's quite a few years old. Don't often use it, this particular one. But it seemed to work really nicely. I think I haven't quite used it yet. I've jumped onto a Dura White for the moment, actually. And I'm adding in just a few half tones here and there. You can see how in one stroke it put a half tone shadow going up through the bright engraving. I saw a lot of this sort of thing where the glass had sort of sheared off in places. Really, really odd. Obviously, the picture of the glass, I have no idea what kind of glass it was. So, not that it matters. It's just to give the impression. And so, as I say, all sorts of shapes and textures going on. So back to that wheel that I was trying out. Now, there were different widths to these streaks of shattered glass, cracks in the glass. So this wheel was quite nice for that. If you pull it towards you, it would produce a slightly wider line going towards a shallower line, and there were also sort of streaks of lines together, kind of. I'm finding it very hard to think of words to describe this pattern of shattered glass. It's really something I've not had to think about before, quite frankly. But one thing about this particular wheel, you have to be very careful with it because it can go really, really deeply into the glass very quickly. And so lots of water and working with it very carefully. You also learn to hear the sounds of sort of really a distressed sound on the glass. If you know, it sort of gives you a hint that if you press much harder, the whole glass is actually going to shatter. So learn to listen to the sounds that your burrs make on the glass. So these curves were quite interesting as well, sort of curves that come down to a sharp point. Right, here I have got a grey rubber, a soft rubber. Just grab any rubber, really. If you've got a softer one, it's quite nice for this. Just putting a few shadows here and there. Well, not shadows, just sort of half tones. And now for the special little effect, and that is a very sharp rat's tail in the very center, well, the edges of the actual bullet hole. And I think the key really is that contrast from clear to sharp white. Just fiddling around and adding bits of highlight and more straight lines here and there. There were lots of little lines nearer the center, actually, probably even more than what I added. Okay, obviously this is quite a sharp rubber. As you can see, it's creating some nice dark lines into the middle. And I was going along the edges of some of the diamond strokes. Just added a couple more strokes there. There were a couple of shattered dots around, slightly larger than the ones I'd already made, so I've just thrown a few more of those in. And then I thought at this point I will tackle the bullet. So I've taken a sort of a medium-sized diamond burr, obviously lots of water. It's a little bit tricky holding the glass at the moment. Obviously, working at the bottom of the glass, it's a bit awkward. I could have faffed around a little bit and got the glass to hold steady a bit more, but to be honest, as you can see, I'm moving it around quite a lot because it's quite important that it's smooth. This is a larger diamond now. It's actually quite a fine grit. Well, not fine, but a sort of a finer than normal grit. And I'm trying to get that slightly deeper effect in the middle of the bullet so that it's nicely rounded. And then I will try and make sure that it blends out to the edges as well. You can see I've gone right over the ridges at the end because I just want to continue that depth. And now I'm just adding again the little bits at the back of the bullet. Don't expect me to know the names of these things, the parts of it. I haven't got a clue. And it's probably the weirdest bullet you've ever seen, but you can see it's supposed to be a bullet. Well, I can. Back to sort of a medium-sized diamond burr. And this is actually a medium grit as well, which is quite nice to work with, actually. And blending it so that I'm trying not to have any ridges because you'll be able to see them looking through the glass. So you want it to look as smoothly curved as possible. Now I noticed, of course, there's another little ridge further down. As I say, it's easier to pull the burr towards you when you're trying to make a straight line. Just blending it out a bit because I was trying to blend it in with that little tiny burr. You would have been able to see the little tiny ridges from the top. So now blending it again with the medium-sized burr and just softening the edges with a Dura white to produce that sort of gentle, tiny little shadow on the edges, giving it more of a 3D effect. Now, flattening the top of this rubber, which I hate doing because I hate wasting. Such a waste of rubber. I wanted to have a nice sharp shadow down the edges. And there you can see instantly it's changed the shape from a flat white surface to a rounded surface. Now this, I really wanted just a highlight down the middle, and I was trying to go ever so gently, but to be honest, that was a little bit too deep. And when you look carefully from the top, it almost makes a little ridge, which I didn't really want. Anyway, back to the front and a Dura white. So where these big cracks in the glass are, the Dura white will soften them a little bit, and then of course the rubber will instantly darken, because they do have their own little shadows and reflections going on inside these cracks, which is really interesting. I mean, one could spend so much more time on this subject, on the engraving, really making something super realistic. But I think that this is enough to give the pretty clear impression of what it is supposed to be. Just adding a few more little splashes of glass and my signature and the date. So what do you think about that? This big thank you to one of my followers and who requested this subject. Not something that I would have thought of doing, and he just wanted a bullet through the glass, and of course, as I explained, I didn't quite know what to do with the bullet, hence I landed it in the bottom of the glass. So I hope you enjoyed that, and have fun with coming up with glassware that is quite shocking. Happy engraving. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.